This week on the show, we have our buddy Chance, aka CWFMAN, back on the show to talk about most insane fan theories, plus Halloween movies. Welcome to Blockbusted. So Hitchcock, this week on the show, we have someone else on the show. On this,
Do we now?
This amazing show. We have Chance
This
Anderson.
dumb
Oh wait,
podcast we
why did
got
I just
going
say
here.
Anderson?
My last name is
know
Anderson.
someone-
Why are you saying I'm Chance Anderson?
I know someone else named
Oh,
Chance
'cause
Anderson,
my-
so that's
Well, I'm
why
not
I just
Chance
said
Anderson.
My
I'm not
Dang!
Chance
wait,
Anderson.
my friend, my other friend's name is Chance Anderson.
Okay, so I'm thinking of
What?
yours.
What?
Okay.
What?
I'm not Chance
Yeah.
Anderson. Why are we? What?
What a good start
We got
to
Chance
this
here,
Blockbusted
CWF,
episode.
man.
We're doing such
Here
a
he
great
is.
job.
Good
right
job,
now.
guys. Yeah.
This is the best
Gosh.
intro ever.
That really was.
Should we start over?
Probably.
No, we should go pro.
We're
That's
gonna
what
go
we should
pro.
So
do.
Hitchcock, this week on Blockbusted, we have a guest. We have our classic
now?
age-old friend, Chance,
Yes.
the Chance guy.
That
Chance,
was
Not
that
Chance
was
Anderson.
bro.
man.
But
There,
CWF man.
See now nobody's
This
gonna
is-
get now nobody's gonna get the Chance Anderson joke.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no,
Point.
maybe I'll just leave that in.
Okay, this is gonna be like a really
Who's to
messed up.
say?
opening.
Are you
What's
a
the
person
mystery?
on the internet who doesn't like people to hear your last name?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so I won't
I
say
know
it.
I am.
Yeah, we've
Well-
never heard your last name, Hitchcock. Ever.
Yeah, Hitchcock.
No,
Ever.
never.
Anyway, so Chance, aka CWF Man, which I just realized while I was
Yes.
in the shower today, must be your initials.
They are.
Which led me to try to think of what your middle name must be, because I was like, what names start with W? Is it Wilson or Wyatt or
No.
Wacko?
Nope.
What is it? What?
It's
I must
William.
know.
It's the most
William.
simple,
Oh, why
bland
didn't I
name
think of
ever.
that?
It's
Why didn't
so
I think of
simple.
that?
It's like
Well done.
Yeah, so Chance is a YouTuber and Twitterer.
Twitter. Yes.
Twitter.
He's a Twitterer
Instagrammer.
as well as a movie
Social
fan.
media.
We've had him on a couple other times. We talked about the
Yes.
movies we were anticipating in 2016 a few months ago, and just about a month ago, me and him talked about some Stranger Things stuff and
Jason
something
He
else
threw
I
me
don't
out of the
remember.
Car into the side of the road. That's
Yeah.
what happened.
Wait,
when
what?
Drew was on a
I was
trip.
just dicked for eternity.
Okay.
Yeah.
That works.
Oh jeez.
So yeah, this week we're gonna do some stuff with that. But first, we have some news. I shall start with probably the biggest piece of news from this week. The final Star Wars Rogue
Okay.
One trailer was released this week.
That was groovy. That was like super groovy. No,
That's
I'm
great.
sitting there and I'm like, this is really good. And whenever Saw Gerrera comes out and just says, "Save the rebellion, save
Yeah.
the dream," I like
Yes.
broke down. That was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, it was so great. It was definitely the best trailer we got
Yeah.
so far.
Easily.
I was,
Easily.
we were talking about
It
last
brought up
week
the
on the
hype
on the
level.
show that like, we weren't really feeling any hype for this, but
Yeah,
I'm feeling the hype now.
yeah, I finally am,
Definitely.
and that's because I think the last couple trailers really advertised this as an event, but this trailer really advertised it more as a film, and
Exactly.
it looks a
Yes.
lot more like a quality
Yeah.
film,
Forrest
especially
Whitaker is gonna
does.
be great in that movie.
yeah, the cinematography looks
Oh yeah.
I know.
fantastic,
Ugh.
just gorgeous.
Just
It's
some beautiful
beautiful.
shots in the whole trailer.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be so cool to see.
And obviously some
And it
cool
really had that-
mirroring stuff with like the
Yeah.
whatever they call it, like the stuff that sucks up the water out of the air on that planet and that looks like
Yeah, whatever
Tatooine
that
or whatever.
is.
Looks like the shot from New Hope, but
There's like
yeah.
a lot of.
Yeah.
I love like how, like the Force Awakens really filled the screen. This one's leaving a lot of it empty. You know.
yeah.
I
Mhm.
like how barren.
yeah.
I don't. That list looks really beautiful to me.
Well, and often it's highlighting the
Yeah.
sky as well.
It is highlighting the sky a
yeah,
lot.
yeah.
And there's
Which
that
is
one shot
interesting.
of like the collapsed Jedi statue, which is
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
I saw
That was
someone
so
tweeted
cool.
that and said this is the coolest Easter egg from the trailer, and I couldn't see it for like
you couldn't see
several
it?
minutes. I couldn't see that it was a Jedi
Oh, that's
shape,
great.
and I was like, a piling of rocks? What is this? And then I like zoomed in,
That's
and I was
good.
like, is that the Sarlacc pit? What is the? and then I zoomed out, and I was like, now I get it. Finally.
Oh, that's good.
But it does
That's
look like we're getting
so
lots of
good.
like cool Jedi temple type.
Oh, it
type
really
stuff.
does.
Yes.
Yeah.
This trailer definitely gave it the more gritty, down to earth kind of Star Wars vibe. You
I have
know,
to ask.
not so
really-
much fantasy as just a
Yeah.
war movie. You know,
I
Yeah.
have to-
which is really, really great because that's what I wanted from this.
So that's
you
what I
know?
want
Yeah.
to say, but I have to
So-
ask: did you guys watch the live stream at Star Wars Celebration this year?
No.
No,
Good. Okay.
we're such
So-
nerds.
Oh,
Um,
is it
no,
because there
don't-
was a spoiler in it?
There was.
Yeah, I
Massive
heard that.
Spoiler. Did you hear what it was?
Oh yeah,
One of the actors was
good
like,
old Mr. Sunday Movies told me about that.
yeah. So I guess we all know.
So
So
you all know what it is,
Yeah.
right?
So-
But,
yeah.
for
Johnny
listeners, yeah, if you don't want to hear a Rogue One spoiler, skip ahead by like 2 minutes.
yeah.
But yeah.
So anyway, the guy that plays Baze Malbus was talking about that Donnie Yen's character dies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. He's gonna get like freaking sued.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He goes.
is.
He goes.
And when this guy
And when his
died-
character dies, and the whole panel go, whoa, what did he just do? What did no one tell him?
Exactly. And so
Did no one told me wasn't
But
supposed to say
the
that?
more I watch the trailer and stuff, the more I understand why that guy's gonna die, and I think because you realize that Baze Malbus is like a super mercenary, and that
Mhm.
whenever like his
Yeah.
friend's like probably like a much better person dies, like he has to like fill the his other guy's shoes, you know.
So
I think
which
that
one's Mr. Baze?
Baze? He's the guy with the really freaking big gun and the like massive red armor and like the long hair.
And like long hair? Yeah.
Like you see, there's
He's
that shot of
pretty
him in the
cool.
second
Yeah.
trailer. Where he's like holding the gun. He's like running back and forth. You know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
That's
that.
pretty good.
Yeah, he's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
good
see.
stuff.
So Rogue One looks great. I'm hyped. Tickets will
Oh,
probably be
yeah,
on sale
definitely.
any
For
day
sure.
now because these Star Wars ones they come early, don't they?
Yeah, geez, we got a ton of tickets.
Do you
on
think
sale,
do you
dude.
think tickets
I'm
will
running
sell
out of
fast
money.
for this? Like,
No, the thing is, I don't have to worry about that because nothing's ever sold out where I live.
really?
Like ever. Like I go
Dude.
to theater and I
Oh,
can I went
jeez.
to Star Wars on opening night, first showing at my theater. Like half the theater was empty.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Jeez, mate.
It's
Dude,
like-
when I went, it
Yeah,
was
that's
like
great.
lines
Thing is-
out the door for an hour.
I think is I live like in a tourist town. You know, like a lot of people come here like,
Mm.
for vacation in
Yeah.
the summer.
Orlando,
Okay.
Florida.
Nope.
Yeah?
Not even
No.
close. No. But so in the fall and the winter, nobody's here.
Yeah.
And so it's like-
Yeah.
So it's like there's like nobody lives here. Like nobody lives here. I mean, there's plenty of people that live here, but like not a ton of people are here. So it's like
you live in the
nothing.
classic
Yeah,
Georgia town
sure.
of Helen, which is a German
no
Bavarian village.
still off.
I go
No, but-
camping there every year. Yeah.
No, I don't live there either. But so the funny story is last night
you live
I
in a
went-
ghost town. That's
oh my
what it is.
gosh, Houston.
He himself is a ghost.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
dead.
Oh no.
No, but I went to the theater last night to see The Accountant, and it was sold
Oh.
out somehow.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, how? How?
Jeez.
Wow.
All movies,
So you
why
didn't
was
see
The
it.
Accountant? I didn't get to see it. I'm actually going to see it right after I finish this.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah, like,
there we go.
1:45 showing of it, so I need to see that movie.
There you go.
Yeah.
Um,
Very nice.
but so yeah, that's Rogue One. I'm sure tickets will sell fast, but
They will for sure.
probably not as fast as
Not at-
Force
Not at all.
Awakens.
Till they won't sell at all for my theater.
I already got tickets for Doctor Strange and Fantastic Beasts this week.
Yeah.
I don't
So-
pre-order. I don't pre-order tickets because I don't have to.
No?
I mean, I
Well,
feel
'cause
it's
you
just
don't
an
have to,
extra
yeah.
Hassle.
Really?
Yeah.
I always
Yeah.
for one thing, my theater, the one that I like to go to, which has recliners and stuff, has reserved seats.
Heck
so
yeah.
you kind of have to reserve to
Totes.
get the ones that you want.
Yeah, we don't reserve seats.
yeah.
You just
And
walk in
also,
and sit
I like
down.
to reserve tickets because then, like, my parents have to drive me there because we've bought tickets, right?
No, I
Oh,
could I could
gosh.
like ride my bike. I live like 5
Ah,
minutes from the
you
theater.
Oh,
lucky
that's so
son of a
great.
gun. Ugh.
Yeah.
That's
pretty
great
great.
right there.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
it's not
Although
super
I'm
ni-
learning
it's
it,
not
I'm,
really a
I'm,
nice
I'm
theater.
almost ready to drive these days. So you know what?
Oh, yeah.
Someday, soon, I'll be driving myself.
Totes. He's been driving nonstop
Yeah.
on the highways and
On
in
the
the rain and
highways.
everything.
You son of a gun, Hitchcock.
No, but there's like it's not super nice, and they have like one really nice theater, like at mine like one really nice room, but
Yeah.
If I want to like a really good theater, I have to drive like I don't know, 15 minutes. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't really want to like, hey mom,
Yeah.
go over. It's when I can literally just like 5 minutes.
You know you're in the South when movie theaters have specialty screenings of movies called Hillary's America, which are all about how Hillary
my
is
gosh.
secretly a demon in disguise.
Oh,
Okay.
You
that's
know
great.
you're living
Like,
in the
there you
South
go.
when
You know
that's
you're living in the
what's
South.
playing in theaters.
None of my theaters got that, and none of my theaters got Hunt for the Wilder People, or they didn't get Swiss Army Man, they didn't get Cafe Society, they don't get any indie films or anything that's a limited release at all.
Huh.
It's
Sounds like they're
awful.
normal theaters.
They're like super bland theaters.
Yeah.
The only
Well,
the only one that gets indie
Interesting.
films is
The
45
less
minutes
movies
away.
about Hillary being a demon there are, the better. So you know what? There's this. Have you ever heard of Alex Jones? Have either of you ever heard of this guy?
Never
He's
in my
this-
life.
He's this podcaster, news host,
No.
blah blah blah, and he's quite possibly the worst human on the planet. Like I'm not even kidding. Like worse than Donald Trump.
Before we get there,
I have
can
no
That's
problem
saying a
saying
lot
that.
for you, mate.
Can I
He's
say
one
how
of
did we
these.
get here off the Rogue One trailer?
Yeah, exactly. Alex Jones is one of these people who, acts like he's a conservative, and he acts like all liberals are evil monsters, right? And not that.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a balance between the two. Maybe both have pros and cons, as is the truth. And he goes,
Marco Rubio for Prez, by the way.
yeah,
Not giving
exactly.
up.
But so he's got all these insane opinions and rants, and he yells all the time about stuff. And so I watched this clip from his show the other day, and he goes, I have sources that are telling me that Hillary Clinton is a possessed demon from hell. She is a spawn of Satan, of the devil, and I'm hearing that things are getting so bad now that people around her they're fainting, they're having nightmares. I mean, she just has this presence of demonic Satan evil. And
Oh,
I am
jeez.
100% sure that if she becomes president, she's going to wreck the entire world. She's going to destroy the entire world. He also has theories that people are like the politicians are all actually lizard people in disguise because
He's one of
So-
those guys. He's one of those guys.
yeah. So that's Alex
What?
Jones. He,
Okay,
prob-
then.
What's the
probably
next
the
bit?
worst
What's the
person
next
ever.
bit of news? Because
What is the next bit of
we
news?
got to
We're-
Alex Jones from
we're a
Rogue
bit
One.
in now.
So
Speaking of worst people ever, except we're speaking of best people ever. See, that's my segue.
Oh,
that was a
segue.
decent
There you go.
segue.
Genius.
Is-
That's
Segue there,
perfect.
yeah.
J.K. Rowling, one of the best people ever, has revealed plans for 5 Fantastic Beast movies in this series.
Okay, and before
Yes.
before you say that's an awful idea because they're gonna stretch it out, because I know you're gonna say that, right, Houston?
Well, no,
Oh, really?
I
Yeah.
love
You had a
J.K.
whole rant on
Rowling,
Twitter about
and
that.
I think she's a genius, but I think it would have been far better as a trilogy because a trilogy is, it's a good amount, but it's fairly small in comparison.
Uh-huh.
And I do fear that maybe she's becoming George Lucas, like can't
Oh,
get enough of her own
no.
universe, and eventually wrecks
Oh,
it with
no.
a
But
series of prequels.
Here's what I think, and I think if the first Fantastic Beast is good, I think this
Which
is
it
gonna
looks
happen.
great.
Grindelwald,
It does.
There you
Dumbledore
go.
versus Grindelwald.
Mm-hmm.
That's what needs to happen,
Yeah.
and that's what the whole thing needs to be about.
Yeah,
Because
that'd be
that would be
cool.
amazing.
Yeah. Well, and the idea is that
Definitely.
I think, and she said this. She said, once you see Fantastic Beasts,
You'll understand.
you'll realize that this is far bigger than just the Beast stuff. So it obviously looks as if, this is going to be more like a wizard war type thing.
Grindelwald.
yeah.
with
It's
Dumbledore
like
and
all the mention
Grindelwald.
of Grindelwald.
Also, I have
Grindelwald,
some theories. Like I think Colin Farrell's character could be Grindelwald, in disguise
He's
because
He's American.
he
He's
looks
American.
pretty evil,
But he's
and
American.
also no, I
Uh-huh.
think he's British.
Wait, he's
I
British.
think
Okay.
he's got a British
I
accent.
thought he was American for a second.
But also in
like,
his
messing up?
character poster, he has the Deathly Hallows necklace
Yeah.
hanging from the wall
That-
behind him.
That makes you think, doesn't it?
So
You know who I'm excited
Yeah.
for in that
Definitely.
movie? Ezra Miller's character.
he looks pretty weird.
Exactly. He's gonna
Yeah.
be
He
awesome.
He does. He's got a
That weird bowl
weird
cut.
bowl cut.
Yeah.
or
The weird
whatever,
bowl cut,
yeah.
and like he's like super hunched over, and I don't know. I think he'd be an interesting character.
yeah.
Oh gosh. It'd be interesting to see though.
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped for this one. But what do you call the sequels, right? Like, Fantastic Beasts, I Found Them, spectacular
Found
beasts
them.
and where to find them. Like,
Eddie Redmayne
how do you tie
whispering
these
and
things
then
together?
yelling.
I think I personally would think it would be better to do an anthology of Harry Potter movies that all connect spiritually, like kind of like they're all
Well-
like their own movies, but they all have Wizard War undertones. So like you could do
Okay.
Fantastic Beasts and then Quidditch Through the Ages, but it's set during the same time during the
Uh-huh.
same war. I mean, you could do like, I don't know, maybe Tales
Different
of Beedle the Bard
characters.
or something.
You know what I feel?
Yeah.
If they they could, I think it would be really cool is if like they did this. I don't know, because I'm just like a sucker for like they say like Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, like part 2. I don't know if they say like part something. I don't know. It
Right.
sound like really, really cool.
Part
think it-
5.
Part 5, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
What if they did like
Hmm.
Act 2? It's like something like super official.
Yeah. Remember that time they said they
Act
might do a
2.
Cursed Child trilogy? That would be horrible. I can't
would.
even.
I think it
Yeah.
should
Oh
be
my
two. I think it
gosh.
should be 2 movies though. If they do,
I think it
if
should
they
be
do
one. Like, you
Really?
could totally do that in one
One
movie.
I don't
like-
think so.
Barely anything happens. You know?
Really? You didn't think so?
I didn't like
Well, you
Cursed
have to
Child
think.
very
Well, you
much.
have to think. You don't know how long the
Yeah,
story.
we
you don't
know,
know. You
we
don't
know.
know how long the story is because it's told as a play. It's only the dialogue and the basic
Yeah.
actions. You don't know how long it would actually take for everything
It's
to
true.
happen.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're talking about maybe doing that after the Fantastic Beasts series is over, because
And Daniel Radcliffe.
Emma, and Rupert Grint would all be
They'll
older
be old
by then.
They'll
yeah,
be old age.
in their
No, they
30s.
won't. Yeah, they won't be.
But
old.
Gray
I-
hair and
Drew,
everything.
if that's what you're saying, in like 15 years, then you'll be old.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yep, that's what's gonna happen.
I don't want Harry Potter movies forever. Okay, I love my Harry Potter.
Why?
It's my favorite franchise of all time, but it needs to end at some point. So I was just hoping for
Does
a nice
it?
Dream
one-off
alive, man.
with
Stop
this
Does it?
Fantastic
Does it
Beasts.
need to
Keep
end?
it rolling.
Does
Like,
it
it
need
would
to
have
end?
even been nice to have one Fantastic Beast movie and that be it. Like,
Yeah.
look, I'm not saying I'm not excited for a franchise. Of course, it'll be fun, but like, whatever happened to one-off movies? Can't we just get one movie and be done and have it be a nice self-contained adventure? You know, without
Edge of
having to
Tomorrow.
stretch things out. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There you go.
Kubo and
Alright.
the Two Strings.
I'm moving on.
I can
Disney-
keep going if you want.
Yeah, exactly. The Truman Show. Disney is
Truman
looking.
Show, heck
Sinclair
yeah.
for lame.
Shawshank.
Disney is looking for an Asian director and lead for the Mulan movie,
Oh,
the
yeah.
live-action Mulan movie.
Yeah.
Which begs the question: how about they just look for a good
Yes.
You know?
That'd be great.
Well, I feel like, it
Like-
could be good. But if Ang Lee did it, but Ang Lee already passed on it. So.
Yeah, he did. Look, obviously, if you can get an Asian director to do this, that's great. That is great. But
Mhm.
these people are getting too political with this stuff. They
The
need
director,
to look at this.
It doesn't matter if
from
the
a
director
more
is white,
Yeah.
artistic
black,
standpoint.
male, female, Asian, Latino. It doesn't matter.
It shouldn't matter.
Now the
And
lead should matter. The lead that
you shouldn't
that's
go
important.
like, yeah, of course, definitely. Mulan needs to be Asian, but
exactly.
the director, you just need to find someone who's good for the job. This is getting so
Exactly, it's
political where they're like, we can't
Because-
offend
Yeah.
anyone. We
You
need
know
to
what
get
I
an
feel
Asian
like?
director. Like, just
It's kind of
do
like
it.
Captain. It's what Kevin Feige said about Captain Marvel. He said, "We're looking for like a female director if there is a good one, but we want someone that can make this movie well." That's what Kevin
Yeah.
Feige said about Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
Good old
exactly.
If there's
Kev
a
Feige.
good female, if there is a good female director, sure, but they want someone that can actually make Captain Marvel a very good movie.
yeah.
That's
Yep.
it.
All right. So, the Eye of Agamotto, which is the necklace Doctor
Agimoto.
Strange wears, has officially
Agimoto.
been
It's
revealed to
Agimoto,
be.
boy.
Ah, dang. Quasimodo. The Eye of
Quasimodo.
the Eye of Quasimodo in Doctor
Quasimodo.
is definitely the Time Stone. It's been confirmed. So,
That's awesome.
by the director of the movie, Scott
Has it,
Derrickson.
though? Has it really been?
Yeah,
It
confirmed?
has. Scott Derrickson said in an interview, Doctor Strange, the Eye of Quasimodo,
Oh my
Uh,
gosh!
lets Doctor Strange do a lot of stuff, but mainly lets him screw around with time. That's a direct quote. So,
I want to
yeah.
know how that works. Is it like slow down
Very
time,
nice.
reverse time, go back in time?
based on that TV spot, it looks to me like it'll be like rewind it. Like
Ooh, that's cool.
in a moment. Like in that trailer, he kind of he
Yeah.
like stops the dude from attacking him and he like rewinds
Stop.
the moment to fight him, right?
Yep.
So like,
Yeah.
I feel like they won't be traveling through time because
I don't think they should. That'd be too weird.
No, yeah, because it would
That-
open up
that-
too
that
many
would get
too many
way
plot
too
holes
weird.
in
It's
the
already a weird
MCU.
enough movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Mhm.
the whole rewinding thing will be good, visually for sure. So and just good for action. But yeah.
Mhm.
Have
All
you ever
right,
watched
so
the Guy?
speaking of
Have you
Marvel-
ever watched the Guy Ritchie Sherlock Holmes movies?
I've watched the second one and I fell asleep.
What? 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 Those are great.
But hey,
Well
that was when I
done.
was like 9. So
Oh, okay.
you know what?
Understandable.
Yeah.
Understandable. No, but I love those movies.
Yeah.
They're not my favorites or anything because they're not very good. But
Are they
they're,
better
like,
than Sherlock the TV series?
No, by no means. But
Good.
they're just so fun and well acted, and they're visually amazing. Like visually freaking beautiful. They have something a lot like reversing time in Sherlock Holmes 2, where like he
Okay,
breaks down
that's
like
cool.
everythll
Oh,
happening
yeah,
in
yeah,
this
yeah.
fight, and, like,
That was pretty
reverses
cool.
Everything,
I remember
and,
that.
da-da-da-da-da. Ah, it was great.
What was that sound effect?
That's cool.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
That's the reversing time sound effect. So speaking of Marvel, this week, so I'd forgotten that we didn't talk about this last week, as far as I can remember. Because I think this was revealed on Sunday night last weekend, and we did our episode Friday night. So,
Mhm.
the Iron Fist trailer was released, and
Heck
the
yeah.
Defenders
Yeah.
villain was revealed.
Sigourney
So,
Weaver. Yep.
yeah.
Very nice.
Yep.
Drew, you watched it, right? You watched the Iron Fist trailer?
Well, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
Looks pretty bloody
I
good,
mean-
eh?
Yeah,
Heck
it
yeah.
was.
Yeah.
man.
Definitely. I'm not a huge. I haven't really watched any of these Netflix series, so I can't say. A
Gosh
ton
dang
about
it,
but
Drew.
Yeah.
Daredevil was
Come
the
on.
best show of all time.
my life, right?
I finished Daredevil this week, and I'll get to
Yes.
that in pick of the week later. But yeah, but no, like I'm really psyched for Iron Fist because it's cool to see Netflix them exploring a new side, a mystical
yeah.
side of the Netflix world. So he's gonna definitely bring kind of that element, I think, to the Defenders that will make them a lot more interesting.
So here's the deal with the Iron Fist trailer.
Mm.
So I was on a cruise ship last week. That's why I didn't have a video out. And
There you go, rich kid on those classic
Hey.
cruises.
it's what Drew
There
said.
we
I'm
go.
elitist scum. Okay.
Classic chance.
That's what-
Classic chance.
Yeah, Drew. No, but don't think I can't hear your podcast. No, but so
Oh, no.
we had to avoid Hurricane Matthew, so we stayed on the ship an extra day. And so every time I open my phone after I get off a cruise ship, because you can't like access the internet, you get
Oh.
like
Yeah.
crazy amounts of news. So I get on
You
there.
can't access internet on a cruise ship?
Yeah, but you have to pay money, so I don't want.
What?
Yeah.
I'm never going on a cruise ever.
Wow.
Oh my
Well,
God.
that would be the end of
Oh
Houston
my
if
God.
that happened.
That would
You're, like,
kill me.
Screaming.
I can't
No.
deal with that. What if
No, but
Guardians
so,
of the Galaxy Volume 2 trailer got released while I was on a cruise? I would die. Oh my god.
Same.
That's just Houston's life for you. How much it revolves around the.
In a way, it does
No,
though.
but like,
Oh
it
gosh,
does really.
that's terrible.
No, but like,
That's terrible.
so I opened it up. I found out all about like, Sigourney Weaver and stuff, and the Iron Fist trailer pops up, and I'm getting like awful reception, so I'm watching it without audio. I'm reading the subtitles, and I like watch it like 8 times, and I have to like, wait till I get Wi-Fi before I can
There you
like
go.
actually hear it. So
Oh,
I've seen this
gosh.
trailer a lot. Like I've memorized it visually.
Yeah,
That's good.
I'm psyched.
It's pretty cool.
His Iron Fist punch looks epic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
People
people
have
keep-
pointed
have you
out
seen
that
the
it
thing
looks like
like
the Arthur meme.
Yeah, it's like when people keep attacking you because of who you are.
Yeah. But yeah, that looks great. Then they had the whole cast of the Defenders walk out on stage, and that blew my mind. I'm so pumped for Defenders now.
Charlie
Jessica
Cox.
Jones is
Charlie
freaking
Cox.
epic. Luke Cage
Charlie
is
Cox.
great.
Charlie
Daredevil, Iron Fist,
Cox. Charlie Cox.
and then Sigourney Weaver is the villain.
that's
so-
gonna be awesome. That's gonna be freaking amazing.
Yeah. I'm pretty psyched for that because these, like, everyone's getting in on the MCU action now, aren't they? Like, every famous actor ever.
Yeah.
Then everybody's abandoning the DCU.
Yeah, exactly. Except
Jump ship
bloody
right now.
J.K. Simmons with his his
Yeah,
his
Jake. what's
Marvel
wrong with you?
DC love.
Man, listen. You're JJJ. Get used to it. That's who you are.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Last bit of
Oh,
news. Last bit
God.
of news. Last bit of news. Remember when we had a
Only 30
Yeah.
minutes
Remember
in.
when we had a news theme song on
I remember that.
Blockbusted?
I remember when I first
Yeah.
heard, I'm like, what's happening right now?
Yeah, it was kind of crap that
First
I
bit
did.
Of news. First bit of news.
Yeah, that was the classic theme song. Classic, memorable, catchy theme song.
I've never heard that before.
That's because you
haven't?
don't listen to our episodes, Hitchcock.
Yeah, that's so weird to think.
Yeah.
I wanted people to tell you our theme song.
All right,
That's
last
funny.
bit of news.
Oh, jeez.
2 new actors have been cast for Stranger Things Season 2. I was rewatching Stranger Things last night.
You always do. You always do.
Bloody bet you were.
Yeah.
Bloody
But so
bet
2
you
new
were,
actors have been
Gavin.
cast for Stranger Things
Non-stop.
Season 2. A young redhead. I don't know her name, and I didn't write it down, so we'll just call her Young Redhead. And one
Wow.
of the main
Okay.
leading actors, guys in his like 20s, in Power Rangers. So
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he's a red Power Ranger dude.
yeah, pretty sure.
Right?
Yeah.
I think
I
so.
mean-
But yeah. That'll be good.
There's not really much to
Looking
say
forward to
about
that,
that. I mean, they all.
Yeah, the
every-
young
every
redhead
series
people are
adds new
speculating could be
characters.
Barb's sister. You know,
Oh, God.
because she's got red hair.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
just-
that
But-
actually really annoys me because I'm a ginger and everybody like there's like 2 other ginger people at my school and they always think like
Are
brothers
you
and everything like me.
siblings? Yeah.
Yeah, they always say that, and then like there's like the whole gingers don't have souls thing. That
Oh,
that
jeez.
really angers me. Like that ticks me
Yeah,
off.
I bet.
Okay, you soulless creep. Ugh, get out of this podcast.
Not
Hey,
again.
Oh, no.
So anyway, one thing that's been mostly confirmed is that this young redhead is playing a character called Max, who's like a tomboy character, and rides a skateboard instead of a bike. And
What a rebel.
what a
Wow.
rebel, mate. Some people are speculating, what if she's replacing 11? Who's to say?
Probably
As
not.
the one girl in the
you
series.
don't replace 11.
Is she
Yeah.
1 does
12?
not simply replace 11.
Well, see, that is what intrigues me is she 12? Like, if 11's called 11, does that mean there are 10 more before her, right? And-
That's so true.
Yeah.
Who's
What
to
if
say?
she's like 10 or 12? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That'd
It could be that the first 10 were the mothers, right? That they did testing on.
Uh-huh.
Because remember, they were doing it on mothers, or on women, I guess, and then it turned out she was pregnant with 11, her mom. So that would mean maybe they just called 11 that, and then like
Yeah.
adult women were the first 10. But who's to say, right? So
Who's to say?
Exactly.
I mean, there's not
All
really
right.
much you can speculate because you know nothing about you, so they cast 2 more people.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let's see.
Hmm.
So, it's Halloween season. It's getting in the spirit of things, right? We're in October.
Yeah.
I'm having a party.
October.
I'm actually just trying to lead into a
I
segue
think
for
so.
something that Chance wanted to say.
Yeah,
Which is something
you're-
about
you're
Halloween.
You're trying
So,
to have a segue right now.
Segue! Chance, say what you wanted to say. I don't even know what
Okay.
it was.
You're about to find out what it was, Houston.
I'll find out.
But my whole
Will
thing,
we
just the thing I
though?
want to say about the fact that horror movies are terrible right now, like completely, and they've been
Mhm.
terrible for a long time, like a really long
Mhm.
time.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like because it's totally there's a lot. Like,
Except freaking 10 Cloverfield Lane, eh?
I'm getting to that. Patience.
There you go.
No, but like, there's a lot of movies that are like that come out, especially around Halloween, that are like jump scare movies. They're like they
Yeah.
scare you
Yeah.
in the moment. But movies like 10
Yeah.
Cloverfield Lane, which is freaking amazing, and
Uh-huh.
it's like there's stuff like that. There's like Psycho, like the Alfred Hitchcock movie. They terrify you
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
everything about them is scary. It's not just in the moment you get scared by something or it looks creepy because it's like supernatural weird stuff.
Right.
Those are the best types of horror movies because they're not at all like.
Well, and
like,
half of
so-
it is like
these are-
vibes too.
Exactly. Like
The
you
whole
don't
movie has a
associate-
feeling to it, a creepy
Sure.
feeling.
Like, you don't associate that with horror, and like Rear Window, in my opinion, is like one of the best kind of horror movies of all time.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
You
Mhm.
wouldn't associate that with horror when you see it. You probably
Mm-hmm.
never will.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well,
it's
Rear Window is
so
really a thriller.
terrifying.
But, you know.
It's
yeah.
just so terrifying.
Yeah.
Like a
Well, and
like, the
oftentimes
thriller-
I think with horror movies, like the best horror movies take a situation that you often will run into or that feels very familiar, and they make it where even that situation isn't safe, right? Like the shower
Exactly, like-
in Psycho.
Oh my
You're not
goodness,
even safe in the
definitely.
shower.
Okay,
You'll get stabbed to death.
I
right?
totally feel safe in the
Have you
shower
ever seen
all
Psycho?
the time,
Have you ever
guys.
like seen Psycho at all?
I have.
Okay.
I haven't. No.
Okay,
Come
so
on,
you know,
let's
like
go.
Marion Crane, in like in the first act, like you feel like she's the main character.
Yeah.
And then she gets killed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
It's fine, man. It's only the first act. But that's one of the best strategies ever because it horrifies you. Because you get attached to this character.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow this character the whole movie. Bang! End of the first act. Dead. Gone.
Yeah.
And like something that's like
good.
perpetually and infinitely scary that sticks with you isn't a jump scare or some like horrifying face in like a weird house. That doesn't stick with you. That just
Right.
like makes you jump in the moment. What
Yeah.
really scares you is like things with Lane, like for like the majority of the movie, that could totally happen.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Definitely.
That's a very believable situation.
Right, and maybe that's why people kind of didn't like it because of the third act. Maybe that's why for many people the third act ruined it because
The third, I don't feel like it did because I feel like the third act.
no, I
is,
don't
like,
feel like it either, but
Yeah,
lots
me
of people
neither, me
do,
neither.
obviously.
'cause the
I've
third
talked
act
to
is
so many
just so
people who
out
said I
there
hated that
because-
movie because the third act ruined it, and I'm like, what? Didn't you? What?
Yeah.
Well, think that movie had. I like the third act because it had guts. Because it could have gone
Yeah.
with the really like classic slow motion walking out of the thing after all that stuff happened, the police
Right.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Or they could have done that, or what they really did. It was like super, super out there and
Right.
different and fantastic.
Exactly.
But so
now- I have one more
The-
thing I want to say about the
there you go.
movies, like really quick. My favorite thing about like Halloween movies is the ones that are like absolute complete parodies.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mhm.
Army of Darkness is one of my favorite movies of all time. And have you guys? I actually asked Houston, like, can you watch that so I can do my like I'm doing a big video on Army of Darkness pretty soon. See, I want your 2 cents on it because
Maybe I shall.
the whole thing
Yeah.
is a complete subversion of horror and adventure and
Okay.
everything. Because what it's about is like it's in the Evil Dead series, and this guy he accidentally opens up a book and summons an army of the dead, and when he tries to like
like one does.
and he
Yeah,
so, like, at the end
exactly.
of the second Evil Dead 2, he tries to like get rid of him like by reciting the incantations in this book, and he accidentally opens a portal that sends him to medieval times. This is where Army of Darkness picks up.
Oh.
So he's in medieval times, the shotgun and a chainsaw hand.
I hate it when that happens.
And it's just
What
so
even?
hilarious. Like, oh my gosh.
Okay then.
Well, there you
just
go.
you gotta see it. No, but and then the last version I think of horror movies, like the ones that are like storybook Halloween movies, like It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and
Which isn't a horror movie at all, but
at all. It's a Halloween movie. It's Halloween. And
Right.
there's A Nightmare
Yeah.
Before Christmas, which is just freaking creepy.
yeah.
Like I like it a lot. You said you don't like it.
I freaking hate The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Why? Why? It's
I
so
just-
good.
It's so freaking weird. Whenever I watch it, I feel like I'm some sort of weird Hot Topic shopping goth person. It's just weird.
Oh, that's good.
Like, because they always have Nightmare Before Christmas stuff at Hot Topic anyway. And they're like,
They always
Yeah,
have,
good
Jack
point.
Skellington
Pops of,
and
like-
whatever the
like,
girl's
really good-
name is are like the most
mean
beautiful
Sally?
romance. And it's just,
Well, it actually
It's
is pretty
so
interesting. romance,
weird.
Man. I don't know. Thing is, you have to appreciate Tim Burton. Like Beetlejuice. Ever seen Beetlejuice?
I haven't. I need to.
No.
So freaking weird. It's a lot like Nightmare Before Christmas, but not like it at all. If that
Tim
makes
Burton
sense.
is kind of the weirdest person on the planet.
Heck
but-
yeah.
The only movie I've liked that he's made, other than the first Batman, I guess, is
Yeah.
Big Fish, which is quite good. But even that has a little bit of weirdness.
I mean, to like Tim Burton, you have to just be able to accept his.
you have to be a
complete
Hot Topic
psychosis.
shopping goth person.
I'm
That's
not a
what.
Hot Topic shopping goth person, and I like Tim Burton.
Oh, jeez.
Okay,
Yeah.
boy. Now you have a friend that is a Hot Topic shopping goth person that likes Tim Burton. So.
And I bet they say Joker and Harley Quinn is the most beautiful romance ever.
No, actually, the
ever."
thing is,
Oh, no.
actually, I think it's super disturbing, and that it's like an extreme case of Stockholm syndrome, and that they're really
Wow.
annoyed that everybody says that. So
that's
Jeez.
that's a
He's
defying
actually pretty.
expectation.
He's actually pretty intelligent.
There you go. Pretty intelligent, for
Not-
a hot
not like-
topic
not
shopper.
Not school smarts, but
Very nice.
Yeah.
common sense. He's pretty good. No, but
Mm-hmm.
like, The Nightmare Before Christmas is like a storybook brought to life.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that, like all the
Mhm.
dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
Are you trying to contain your rage, Houston? Because I like Nightmare
Mhm.
Before Christmas. You are. Yeah. No, it's like a storybook brought to life. I don't know. Like it just and visually, okay, you can't deny it's visually great.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't deny that. There's no way you can deny that.
I mean, I guess.
I mean, like it looks.
It's
beautiful.
pretty incredibly animated, but like
It is.
it's mostly gray. Like all gray stuff.
And well, that's what makes it so interesting when it goes to
Yeah.
Christmas Town.
I've-
And it's like boom. It just throws it in your
Yeah, I do
face.
like that. And the "What's This" song is pretty good.
What's this? What's this?
Is
This
Nightmare
color?
Before
Never
Christmas
seen
a
it.
Halloween
What's
or a
this?
Christmas movie though? That's the ultimate question, in a way.
I usually watch it
Yeah.
like November 1st. You know.
Yeah.
So it's like
Right in the center.
right
of,
there.
Of that. Yeah.
Right there.
So this week we're talking about fan theories. And I'm just gonna segue right into
Yeah.
that. We've kind of gone
Segue.
like 40 minutes already.
Yeah.
So.
We
No,
have.
actually, we're
Yeah.
only 37 minutes. 37.
Oh, there you go. Well, that's
Thir-
better.
only 37.
Anyway.
Oh, jeez.
So this week we're talking about fan theories. We've each got a few that we've prepared. We've done some episodes like this in the past, Drew and I have, where we just we spat off some fun fan theories. We talk about them, blah blah blah,
And then there
Spat
was
'em out.
and then
Right
we
out
do
of
there,
that.
then there was
No.
one like we did Houston. You and I talked about Stranger Things. And we were like, "Wake up, sheeple! Stranger Things is Alice in Wonderland."
Yeah, that was our fan
Conspiracy
theory. It's pretty good.
There we go.
I've got a Stranger Things fan theory this time around as
Oh,
well.
nice.
Hey.
But so I think you've got a fan theory first chance that leads into
Yes.
Nightmare Before Christmas, eh?
God of all
Eh?
segues, my first fan theory is about Nightmare Before Christmas. It ended with Nightmare Before Christmas, and this
There you go.
theory is that Tim Burton uses
Yeah.
the same protagonist in all of his animated movies.
Oh yes, I've seen this. That
It's
was
so
pretty
interesting because Corpse Bride.
good.
Ever seen that? I've
No,
never seen
but
it.
hey,
Is that then
No,
Frank
it's for
Frankenweenie.
weird goth hot topic shoppers. That's why I
Gosh
haven't seen
dang it,
that.
Houston! You're making me feel all
Freaking
emo.
Tim Burton.
No, but like, and then
Oh gosh.
Frankenweenie. You guys seen that?
Okay.
I've never seen it.
Okay.
I kind of hated it, but hey.
You just don't like Tim Burton. You don't
I
appreciate
really
Tim
don't.
Burton.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting from here, Houston.
Yeah.
Houston, you're just a Tim Burton hater. You're a hater.
I really am.
No, but
Pretty good.
you realize, okay, so it's all told in reverse because Nightmare Before Christmas came out, then Corpse Bride, and then Frankenweenie. But if you like watching other direction, you have this kid named Victor who wants to bring his dog back to life because his dog died in Frankenweenie.
Yeah.
And then in Corpse
Okay.
Bride, you have this guy named Victor who looks a lot like the kid from Frankenweenie that meets his dead dog in the movie. Like he meets his dead dog. And then in Nightmare Before Christmas, you have someone that looks a lot like Victor from Corpse Bride with his dead dog, Zero.
Yeah.
Boy.
Huh.
They're all weird black and white goth people with dead dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And two of them have the same name.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's pretty
Yeah.
good. So Jack Skellington is like the dead version of them, and he's since
Exactly.
gone into a dark place and changed his name, or just become a skeleton version of himself.
Exactly. And he's gone into that, and then he saw his dog.
Yeah.
And when he was like 12 years old.
And
that will
obviously,
make-
this works a lot better
I'm-
as a like I've seen the photos. If you're looking at the photos of this, it's
It
a lot
works
more
a lot
mind blowing.
better because you can really
yeah.
see it. But even
Yeah.
think about how sad that is. This guy's been like going around for like hundreds of years talking about what Jack Skellington says, and it's just been like he's just been like with his dog, like his dead dog, this whole time, and
Yeah.
then he finally it's just depressing.
Yeah.
About it.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah.
I applaud you, Tim Burton, if that was on purpose.
Boo! Boo!
Gosh dang it, Houston.
Boo!
Oh,
Boo!
gosh.
Why do you
Alright.
hate Tim Burton so much?
Because he's freaking weird. That's my
Yeah, he is. He's freaking weird, and
Why
it's
do you
awesome.
hate everyone?
He's
Anyway.
freaking weird, and it's amazing.
That Miss Peregrine's Home for Children movie looks pretty weird.
Yeah, and pretty bad. He hasn't made a good movie in a while.
He hasn't.
But
Anyway.
Beetlejuice, Nightmare Before
Fun.
Christmas,
So,
Big Fish. I can
My
keep
fan
going.
theory here. My next
There
one.
we go.
It's called it's not really called anything. There are no mutants in the MCU because of Hydra.
Yeah.
What?
So, you know,
It's magic,
in the
that's
Marvel
what it
Cinematic
is.
Universe, there aren't any mutants. There's no X-Men, and that's technically because Fox owns the X-Men.
Gosh dang it, Fox.
Technically, but there's another reason, people.
This is the fan theory reason. So, in the MCU, there's no mutants. Why? Because Hydra either exterminated them or prevented their existence. So the theory is that, and this is kind of
Well, Apocalypse existed before Hydra existed.
it's true, but
Boom.
in the X-Men universe, there is no Hydra, so that's you know, obviously a factor there, and part of Magneto's kind of first forming of when he becomes Magneto has a lot to do with Nazis and World
Nazis.
Lord,
oh, jeez, mate.
Lord, Nazis in World War II.
Uh-huh.
So, the idea is either that in the MCU, the first theory is that Hydra exterminated all the mutants, which seems something that's likely to me.
Yeah, they would do
since
that.
Nazis were, you know, they were into murdering entire races.
Yeah.
I mean, they were kind of psychopaths.
They were. And Hydra kind of
Red
would
Skull
maybe
was
be
in
like the twist on that. Like, normal
Red-
Nazis were about killing Jews, and Hydra might have been like, we need to
Well-
kill all the mutants.
well,
right?
if you-
Because they were all
Well,
into
in
that
first
kind
of
of...
it-
those mutants
Well, in First Avenger, Red Skull just kind of wants to kill everybody. Red
Say
Skull's
again?
like, kill everybody.
Well, right, like,
I'm a
Hydra
god.
was a lot more into that kind of weird, crazy power, weird stuff. So, you know,
I'm a
seems like
god.
killing
I'm
all
a
mutants
god.
would be something they would do to prevent the X gene from spreading.
True.
So that's
I
that's
agree.
number
True.
one. The second theory is that maybe the fact that Hydra exists in this universe prevented the events of X-Men playing out like they did. So Magneto, because Hydra exists and World War II is just a little bit different in this universe, maybe Magneto wasn't put into a concentration camp, right? And maybe
they just shot him in
maybe
the
he
head.
was and he
Yeah.
died. But either way, the idea is that Magneto's origin story was averted or sabotaged, and
then
thus,
and then everything else was
Uh-huh.
cut off.
well, thus
Magneto, like,
the
destroyed
X-Men weren't formed to stop him, right? Because
Mhm.
without Magneto, the X-Men aren't formed. You know,
Yep.
he aids in the forming of them, and then he's kind of the reason that they band together. So that's the
Yeah.
second one. That one kind of still allows for them existing in the MCU, which wouldn't make sense, but. You know, maybe they went under the name of Inhumans. Who's to say? Maybe that's
Hey,
Well, I mean,
there we
I like
go.
the one about Magneto because the X-Men never formed. Because now you could have like they exist, but like they don't really
Right.
have prominence, and then they could form later whenever Fox decides to stop being tight-fisted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
True.
Which I love the X-Men
I
Fox
totally see
universe,
that.
and I kind of do. I like that it's apart from the MCU, but it would be
I
really
like
cool
it.
to see them cross over.
But I want to see them cross. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see Deadpool and Spider-Man talking because
Mhm.
their conversations in the comics are freaking hilarious. Have you ever read like a Deadpool and Spider-Man comic?
Yeah, it's pretty
It's
great.
freaking hilarious.
Yeah,
That's good.
I was reading a theory the other day.
No, and
Or
then
not a
Deadpool
theory,
needs
but
to be
just an idea
self-aware. He needs to be
that was
self-aware
like-
in the MCU. That'd be great.
Yeah,
Well, Fox decides to be not being tight-fisted. Now I'm here.
that'd be pretty good. Yeah, I was reading a multiverse thing the other day of like, wouldn't it be great if DC did a whole multiverse where like they crossed over the show universes and the like classic Tim Burton,
Batman.
Tim Burton
Hey,
Batman
hey,
universe
Tim Burton's
and
awesome.
and all that, you know, and Christopher Reeve Superman and Brandon Routh Superman and all that
Okay,
stuff, you know.
Wait, did you guys watch the Cinefix If You Could Fix One movie?
No.
You didn't watch it?
No.
Okay. So like Christopher Reeve Superman, they did this whole thing, and he's like, they were like imitating Christopher Reeve, and this one guy was like a swearing rant as Christopher Reeve Superman. It's so funny.
Oh, that's good.
All right,
I
Hitchcock.
think it's Clint. I think
That's
it's
pretty
Clint that does it.
What is your next theory, Hitchcock?
All right. Well, I got one from the BBC Sherlock show.
Oh, there you
go.
Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin
There you go.
Freeman.
Thank you.
There we
This
go,
one-
there we go.
This one's pretty interesting, I have to say.
All right.
I kind of like it. It is, I think, maybe just a little bit far-fetched, but
But aren't these all?
basically the
So
theory...
far, most of these don't.
Yeah,
they're
good point,
probably
good
not
point.
true, except
The-
maybe mine
basically-
because Tim Burton's awesome.
Mm.
Basically, the theory is that Andrew Scott is not really Moriarty.
boy.
Okay.
No, that's
So-
not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay.
It's
Not
the
okay.
theory is that the real Moriarty is just using like an advanced eye chip in Andrew Scott's eye to see through him and control
Who the frick
him,
is
you know,
Andrew
that kind
Scott?
of stuff.
He's the guy that plays Moriarty.
He's the dude that
Okay, so he's the actor
He's the dude that's
Who
Moriarty.
plays Maria? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, Houston. Wow.
Wow.
But so kind of like how Moriarty was using how he was controlling, you know, that one episode where he rigs people with the bomb.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like how he was using them.
Yeah.
Spoilers for the
Mhm.
whole show, by the way. And so there are two main things that really support this theory. But the one thing to point about the eye chip is that if he did like a camera lens, then if he can't be looking at an object with a bright light behind it, because then it would be a glare or a shadow of that
Yeah.
object, you know, like in a camera lens. And so the first point is that when Andrew Scott, who Moriarty is, he confronts Sherlock in his apartment. Remember that one time?
Yeah.
And Sherlock offers him the seat facing the window, but Moriarty takes the one with its back to the window. And so some people, I
This is
guess,
getting
first
clever.
instinct is like, oh well, it's just the ignorance of Moriarty, and that fits that character, right?
Right.
But what he was really doing is trying not to give away his secret of having the chip, you know, because he know that the glare would be shining on, and Sherlock would be able to see.
Well, and this
okay?
is funny because
That's the first
maybe
example.
there's a hint of this in the fact that in the third episode of season 3, the dude, whatever the guy's name is, who has the whole mind palace
Andrew
stuff.
Scott?
No,
Oh yeah.
the villain
Yeah.
at the end of that who Sherlock
yeah,
shoots
yeah.
in the head has,
I'm a
or
high
they
functioning
think he
sociopath. Merry
has some
Christmas.
sort of weird glasses that let him look at information, right?
Yeah.
And he doesn't.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
maybe they think he does. So maybe that's like a fun little hint, clue to maybe that's
yeah.
what happened
Yeah,
with him.
I
and maybe
could
it's somewhere
believe
else.
that.
Definitely.
I
Yeah.
could believe that. I don't
Yeah,
want
so
to believe
that's,
that,
That's
but
the
I could.
first example, and then the second one is when they're on the rooftop.
Oh.
And their big final showdown.
That was a great scene.
They're circling, Moriarty circling around Sherlock and all that stuff. And at one point, they're standing face to face, and Sherlock tilts his head to the side that makes the sun shine right onto Moriarty's face, right? And this causes Moriarty to, you know, blink and block the sun out. But then he realizes that Sherlock has just figured out what's happening, you know? That Andrew Scott, who is not really Moriarty,
Bang.
has an eye chip and is being controlled, you know? And then Andrew Scott, he's like, then he realized the real Moriarty then tells Andrew Scott to kill himself because he knows
Yeah.
that if Sherlock could capture the fake Moriarty,
I could
then
believe this theory.
he could figure out the real Moriarty, you know?
Right.
And so that's why he
I could
kills
really
himself.
believe this theory,
So,
but I
pretty
don't
cool,
want to
pretty
believe
cool
it. I
theory,
don't.
I guess,
I
you
like
know?
Well,
Andrew
and it
Scott
makes
Moriarty.
sense
I
because
don't wanna-
Moriarty's supposed to be back, right, in the next
Supposed to
season.
Yeah, exactly. That would
be a pretty
yeah,
good twist. Would be
exactly.
that we
So
never
it'd be
saw
ve- it'd be
Moriarty.
really
Can we also
cool,
just say
you
that one
know?
of the best lines in the whole series is "I'm a high functioning sociopath. Merry Christmas."
Yeah.
Yep.
Pretty good.
Bang.
But yeah, so pretty cool theory. I like it a lot. I like to think about that, you know?
There you
So,
go. That's pretty good.
It has some stuff going for it. So yeah,
all right.
here we go.
All right, Chance Anderson. I'm just gonna call him that.
Okay, so
All right,
how you
Anderson.
gonna
Here we go.
edit the opening now? Okay.
I know.
What's your next fan theory?
So my next
the
one,
next
I'm sure
fan theory you got?
you've totally heard this one before. Everybody's heard this one, but I love it and it makes the movie so much better. Ferris Bueller never existed.
I've heard this. I haven't
Oh,
really
no.
heard this.
Okay. So the whole thing is about Ferris Bueller's Day Off, that Ferris Bueller never existed. He's a figment of Cameron's imagination.
Drew hasn't seen Ferris Bueller, have you, Drew?
I haven't.
Freaking
No.
frick!
Why?
We own it.
Boy!
though.
It's so
Yeah.
good. It's so freaking good.
Watch
love it.
Watch it now.
It's real good.
I bet you.
I'm gonna have
do.
to spoil. I'm
You
gonna
should
have to.
stop this podcast and go watch.
I'm
it
gonna
right
have
now.
to spoil. No, I'm gonna have to spoil the ending for you. Sorry. So
Alright, you
like,
do that for
walk
me.
away if you don't want to hear.
Yeah.
The ending. So they're talking about like the whole thing is that Ferris is in Cameron's imagination, just kind of a way to get away from like his father and stuff. And the only thing that happens in the whole story is him destroying his father's Ferrari.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Hmm.
I mean, think about that.
So,
that
Evidence?
Ferris is like, okay, the evidence is this, like the stuff that happens that day is so absurd, extremely absurd,
It's pretty absurd.
and like
Yeah.
it could almost never happen. It just seems so far fetched. But the other thing, the biggest
Save
one,
Ferris on the water tower.
exactly. I mean, like, what the heck? And then, but the other thing is that Cameron is sick at the beginning. Like he's actually sick,
Mm-hmm.
but he's fine for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
He's fine because everything, like in the middle of the day, never happened. The only thing that actually happens is he's sitting in bed and then he destroys his dad's Ferrari
Okay then.
because he like has like a bad relationship with his dad. If you've ever,
Yeah. The
Okay.
best running joke in Ferris Bueller Hitchcock is that in the movie, Ferris fakes being sick to get out of school, and so
Okay.
word spreads that he's sick with, like, a terminal illness or something. And so his
Exactly.
sister's
Yeah.
at school, and she's increasingly annoyed because word is spreading of this, and she knows her brother's faking it. And so, like, people are asking for money to
Donations.
raise funds for the Save Ferris Foundation. She drives by a water tower that
It
has
says
now
Save
had something
Ferris.
plastered onto it that says "Save Ferris," and this whole like thing has happened in the whole school and town
like
to raise money for
geez.
Ferris's
It's just
terrible
so-
terminal disease.
exactly. It's just like the stuff that happens is so
Huh.
insane
Yeah.
that it could never happen, and
I
that
bet.
Ferris is just a figment of Cameron's imagination to help kind of like free him from his dad's whatever. You never see his dad, so it's kind of a
Interesting.
whatever's going
Maybe
on
his
there.
dad's a figment of his imagination, huh?
Whoa!
Hey. There you go. That's
No,
pretty
but,
good.
like, but next time you watch Ferris Bueller, just imagine that it's just all happening in Cameron's head, and it'll make a
Yeah.
lot more sense.
That's what I'll do. I'll go watch it and just imagine that it's all fake and I'm wasting my time.
No,
Yeah.
but then it's
The
like a
best
really,
mentality to have when
really,
watching
no, but-
any
no,
movie.
But then think about it. It's like, but then it's like a really like deep cut into his like psyche.
Yeah.
Maybe. Just think about it next time. I watched it again last night to make sure that thing
Sounds
made
like a
sense.
lame Tim Burton twist. Boo!
Hey,
Boo! Boo!
Don't diss Tim Burton. Don't diss Tim Burton.
Houston loves that Tim
All
Burton.
right, my next fan theory is moving right along. It's from Stranger Things.
Hey.
Hey.
So,
hey.
and I've said this, I don't know if I've said this on the show before. I've said it on Twitter. In Stranger Things, I believe that there is a connection between Will, Eleven, and Hopper's daughter.
Do you know?
And I think this is like almost
is it the
definitely
stuffed
true.
bunny,
So,
stuffed tiger.
well, stuffed
thing,
tiger.
whatever.
So
Yeah, tiger,
Will
yeah,
has a
yeah.
stuffed tiger in Castle Byers, his fort in the woods.
Uh-huh.
11 has a stuffed tiger in her laboratory room. And Hopper's daughter, when Hopper sees Will's stuffed tiger, when they're looking for Will, when he sees Will's
Mhm.
stuffed tiger, he is reminded of his daughter's stuffed tiger that she had
Yeah.
when she was in the hospital. They
But
all
what's
three
his
of them have
connection? What's the
stuffed tigers.
connection?
I can't quite tell if they're all different animals.
Wait.
It might
idea.
be that there's a lion and tiger and a bear.
Yeah.
Wait, I have
'Cause
something. I have something.
I know there was a
Listen.
lion. And
Wait,
a
what
tiger.
if the new redhead is Hopper's daughter?
Yeah,
Oh.
could be pretty cool.
Yeah, boy.
So we think
I don't
she's
know.
dead. But yeah, so that
That'd be
is.
so cool.
I think the three of
Sorry.
them are connected. Also, another connection is that, and all three of those children are shown to use crayons to draw pictures on their walls. So 11, when Hopper finds her laboratory room, there's a crayon drawing of her and
Yeah.
Papa,
Guy.
Dr. Brenner, and the lion on her bed. There's a crayon drawing of that.
Mm-hmm.
Will, we see a flashback to his mom telling him she's going to buy him new crayons because he's a good drawer. He's great at drawing crayon pictures and whatever. And they even make reference to the fact that 11 has a drawing and Will has a drawing because Hopper's asking, or,
Yeah.
Joyce asks Hopper if the drawing looked like Will's drawing on her wall. And then also, I don't remember quite. Oh, now I remember. It's Hopper when we first meet him. The first shot, in fact, of Stranger Things season 1 or Stranger Things episode 1 after the intro logo plays is a shot of a crayon drawing that his daughter did on his wall, and then we
Yeah.
pan down and see him asleep on the couch. So all three of them have, do that. Interesting connection.
Definitely.
And then, so that leads me to believe, what if all three of these kids connected to the Upside Down in some way, right? We know
Sure.
Will is, because he's been to the Upside Down, and now he's having like weird visions, nightmares. Hopper's daughter, or no,
Mhm.
well, 11 obviously is connected to the Upside Down, and then Hopper's daughter was said to have died from cancer, but when she has that panic attack, right? When we first he has this flashback in the last episode, we see her have a panic attack when they first realize she's sick or whatever. And she's just like breathing really heavily and looking off into the distance like she sees something.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like she's sick. It looks like she's terrified of something that she's
seeing something like
maybe
like
on the other
Will
side.
is in the
Right,
bathroom.
exactly like maybe like Will
Yeah.
is seeing on the other side into the Upside Down to the bathroom, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the connection between the three. And the mascot, just a note, I don't know if this is a thing, but the mascot of Hawkins Middle School is a tiger. So, yeah.
I mean, maybe the Duffer Brothers just like tigers.
Maybe they do.
Yeah.
But like they showed
That's
this
interesting, Yeah.
most of this stuff connects in the last episode. We see the flashback we see both flashbacks to Hopper's daughter in the last episode. We see the tiger connection when he sees the tiger in the woods, and then it flashbacks to his daughter in the woods.
This could be super interesting.
In the last episode. And then we also see the Hawkins Middle School mascot is a tiger in the last episode. There's even a shot where Nancy and Jonathan are sitting against a wall, and we see a just very wide shot of this huge looming tiger painted on the wall behind them.
Yeah.
This could get super, super interesting.
Yeah. So anyway, most of this stuff happens in the last episode, which makes me think, seems like that's the good time to introduce kind of some plot points for season 2. So, yeah, I think this stuff, at least some of it, definitely was intentional and definitely
Yeah.
will be
It's
explored
gotta be.
in season 2. So,
Yeah.
that's what I have to say.
Definitely.
Yes.
Cool. Cool stuff.
There you go. All right, Hitchcock.
All right.
You ready?
Am I up to bat? Here we go. I got a Charlie in the Chocolate Factory.
Chance has gotten suddenly
that I found.
quieter
What?
than he was 5 minutes ago.
I'm sorry, I'm like really hungry. I mean,
Oh gosh.
all I had today was a piece of bacon, some pepperoni, a pickle, and some grated cheese.
That's the most interesting breakfast of all
I
time.
know.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, I just had to make sure, because sometimes,
Pretty good.
call might go out and we wouldn't know.
Yeah.
We'd
Wouldn't
keep
know.
talking forever
Wouldn't
and not
know, man.
realize you were gone.
Alrighty.
Yeah. All right.
Like just disappear.
That'd be great.
What's your theory, Hitchcock?
All right. So this Charlie and Chocolate Factory one, I'm talking about the old movie with Gene Wilder.
Gene
Wilder.
Wilder. Not
So
Yes.
Gene Wilder.
Wilder.
Mhm.
And this theory is that the whole Charlie finding the golden ticket and going to the factory is all a dream of Charlie's. You know?
Okay.
So
Okay, I thought you were gonna go with the one that
just-
Willy Wonka was a serial killer.
no.
In a
Which
way,
you could
he is,
totally
though.
be, by the
Definitely
way.
not. All right, so basically, you know
that
how,
pause, though. Wow.
Sounds like really, really dramatic. It's like, oh no.
Keep going.
Oh gosh. So you remember in the movie there's a news report that the 5th ticket has been found,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But then later on, they find out that it's fake, that the dude had made it himself and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So in the movie, there's a news report, and Charlie sees this right as he's trying to sleep, right as he's about to go to sleep, and his grandpa says, "Let him sleep. Let him have one last dream." All right. And so that immediately kicks it off, like, oh, okay, is this all a dream? And then if you think about it, that from that point on in the story, with this perspective that it's all a dream, it actually begins to like make sense, you know, because Charlie, he's been poor his whole entire life, and suddenly everything starts going perfectly for him. You know, he finds $1, he finds the last ticket was fake, and then he finds the final one
Yeah.
in a chocolate bar
Yeah.
he just bought.
Well,
you know, and
what could be a
and
good
his
connection is that, as far as I know, as far as I can remember,
Mhm.
I don't think I don't think any songs start until after that, right?
Oh.
So maybe
Okay.
Wait, that's
all
right,
the stuff
yeah,
in the
like-
dreams is a
Wait,
musical.
Is
Yeah.
Candyman?
But
Is
it-
Candyman before the
Hmm.
dream?
I don't
think
know.
it is like
I
the
can't remember.
Candyman can, because he mixes it with love and makes
Yeah.
it all taste good.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know. But I mean, just think about it. It all seems like a dream from there on. You know, his grandpa, who's been bedridden for this whole time, all of a sudden can stand up and dance. You know,
This
It's
makes
just
so
kinda
much
like-
sense.
really,
Yeah.
really.
I want
And
that to
then-
be true, actually.
And then the
I
whole
want this to
entire
be
dream,
true.
you know, oftentimes people will dream what they desire. You know, you have a dream of something you've been thinking about that you want, and from then on, it's all the whole movie's about wealth. You know, all the other kids that find the golden tickets, they're all rich.
Money,
you know,
money.
and all wealthy and stuff.
Yeah.
And everything goes exactly all for Charlie in Charlie's way.
Yeah.
You know, and then of course at the end he inherits the whole factory. You know, and his family doesn't have to be
Mhm.
poor anymore. So it really does when you think about it. It's one of those dream theories that actually really makes a lot of
Makes a
sense.
lot
And you
of
could
sense.
totally see
I
working.
really
Yeah.
want that to be
you
true.
know?
I want
So,
that to be true.
It's
That
really cool.
needs to be a
Really
thing.
cool to think about. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you want that to be true,
really,
though? Because
really
in a
cool.
way, that's the saddest thing ever.
What's
You know?
wrong with it?
Definitely.
Like, it's maybe like super.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I like movies that like really delve into someone's like psyche. Like,
Mhm.
if
Yeah,
you watch Chris
exactly.
Stuckman's analyzed review of Stay,
No.
you should. It's his
No,
best video.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But it is. No, but like, it's
Hmm.
really good. And it's just like talking about how this whole movie is just like a lucid dream this guy's having.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
good.
That's cool. Yeah. So. Just cool to think
Like,
about,
Yeah.
you
so
know?
like that kind of puts it in the same
Pretty
thing as the
good.
Ferris Bueller theory.
Yeah.
Like how it's just
Yeah.
like it's all in this
Yeah.
kid's head. It's everything
Yeah,
that he wants.
exactly.
Like,
And that's
Ferris
often
Bueller's
that's what
everything
TV
Cameron
shows would
wants to
do
be.
in like the 80s. I think Friends did this. Maybe not Friends. I don't know. But like, they killed off a character at the end of season whatever, and then the next season, and then
Uh-huh.
fans freaked out and lost their freaking minds, and were like, "This is the worst thing."
Yeah.
And then they came back for season whatever, and they were like, "Turned out it was all a dream." you know? So
Okay.
yeah,
I hate it when that
That's
happens,
pretty
though.
good.
I really
Yeah.
hate that.
exactly.
That's not
That's annoying.
that's not an analyzation of someone's psyche. It's just a cheap
Yeah.
ploy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like, if Charlie and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory was a dream, or if Ferris Bueller wasn't real, that's like everything that Charlie wants, and like Ferris Bueller is everything Cameron wants to be.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, like that's
Yeah.
actually really interesting.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right. We have time
Cool
for
stuff.
one more for each of us. So, Chance
One more.
one, me one, Drew one, I think. So, yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to think which one to do here.
Finish
You
her
know,
Off.
Mine's absolutely absurd, and I think I'm gonna go with it.
uh,
Anybody
Well,
ever
there
heard of the
you go.
Pixar
All
theory?
right, let's.
The
yeah.
Pixar theory.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm
It's
on the
gonna take a
website
while to
right.
say, I
I'm on
think.
I'm on the website. I'm trying to make this quick.
Oh my.
So the Pixar theory is is this thing that claims every Pixar movie is connected.
Right.
Every
Yeah.
one ever.
Yeah.
And so the chronology here is it goes Brave in the
Mhm.
14th, 15th century, then The Incredibles in the 50s, 60s, Toy Story in 97, 98, Toy Story 3 in 99, 2003 Finding Nemo, 2007
Yeah.
Ratatouille, 2010, no, 2000 no wait, 1999 is Toy Story 2, 2010 is Toy Story 3.
Yeah.
2011 to 2016 is up. 2100 to 2200 is Cars and Cars 2. Then 2800 to 2900 is Wall-E.
Yeah.
2898 to 3000 is A Bug's Life. 4500 to 5000 is Monsters University and Monsters
Commander.
Incorporated. This is the weirdest thing you'll ever read in your entire life. So it says it all starts with Merida
Yeah.
discovering the will of the wisps
Yeah.
and turning her mother into a bear, and like
Yeah.
meets all
Uh-huh.
these people, and it also says that it's like meets the witch and like all this stuff has these magic, and then that births superheroes, which creates the Incredibles. And
Okay.
the zero, like when the 0 point energy gets out in The Incredibles, they say that starts to affect toys, and then the Toy Stories.
Well, and the
are
0
now-
point
no,
energy is blue, just like the Will of
Exactly.
the Wisps, right?
Exactly, and that's what
Yeah.
Will Wisp is, and that gets into the toys. So now,
Well, and
They
I think they said wasn't it like objects in Brave move and come to life, and then that translates to toys later
exactly,
on, right?
and then these toys discover what happens, and that like these toys and they become with a code of rules that learn that human love is another energy source upon which they can thrive. These toys discover what happens to toys that are isolated from humans. Toy Story 2 discovers that it's dangerous to be isolated from humans, and then like resentment towards humans not only carried by inanimate objects but animals as well. So they start getting
Yeah.
animosity towards human beings. In the ocean and Finding Nemo now, they have fish are incredibly advanced and extremely intelligent. And then, and they were all experimented on, and then and Dory was one of the ones that messed up, and so that's why she's so forgetful. And that resentment towards humans from fish is part of pollution, and they get more and they start to become more human. Like this is just weirder. And then Remy discovers his love for cooking, and we see his personal interaction with Linguini, and we see that Remy's rat clan does not approve of the humans, and both feels fear and hate towards them. Okay, it gets even better. Now we're at Toy Story 3. This gets pretty freaking complicated. 3, okay, now toys have gone through a lot with humans. If you've seen the movie, you can tell why most toys have had it.
Right.
Physically and emotionally abused by humans. So, so then Lotso straight up hates humans because they use and discard toys like they're nothing. He starts trying to take care of his own kind. This provides yet another reason why machines and objects alike are ready to take over the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ready? And then
It's crazy.
And then it says Carl and Ellie, who are like people from Up, write to Andy telling him to get rid of his toys because they know the animosity between toys and humans coming ahead, and that's why they're planning on living in solitude.
Yeah.
And so because now you have Up, he gives up his house and leaves, and because he knows that life's gonna get awful. And then Charles Muntz starts to control these dogs. And this is sort of the tipping point between animals and humans. Years later, an uprising between animals and human beings happens. Who do you think won the war? Cars.
Yeah.
When animals rose up against humans to stop pollution, the machines saved the humans and they won the war. However, since machines helped humans win, it tipped the balance on Earth. Machines, by and large from WALL-E, had to send the remaining humans off on a spaceship called the Axiom. All the other machines were left behind to populate the world and run things, but how do we know Cars took over the Earth and not another planet? Then at Cars 2, it shows how it shows Europe, and it's like, okay, this is actually Earth. And then it's like, but then we have this fuel that's starting to destroy life on Earth, and now we have WALL-E. This is absurd.
Yeah.
I'm gonna slow down here a second.
And then we get to Monsters Inc. and the world is taken over by monsters and.
I know, and then you have so to leave, and then during the credits to WALL-E, you see the shoe that contains the last plant life, and it grows into a mighty tree, which is the tree from a bug's life. And then this indicates the ants are sturdy, they're mutating, they're really powerful. And then a kid starts messing with bugs, and they evolve into a dominant species called monsters.
Oh my!
And yeah, no, give us a sec.
Oh my!
This is the best part. And so then in Monsters Inc. they meet Boo, and now this is the best part. Boo never got over Sully and became obsessed with finding out what happened to him. She knew that doors are the key to finding joy. Later on in life, she figured out how to time travel using wooden doors and goes back to the source of all the magic, the Will of the Wisps, and creates magic to find Sully by using wood. Boo leaves evidence behind in Brave, 2 carvings with a lot of wood. They were Sully and a pizza truck. The 2 things she loves most in life.
Right.
Although she knows how to travel through time, she does not know how to determine what period she will go to. Therefore, speculation has it that Boo is the one planting Easter eggs throughout all the Pixar movies, and she's been going through all these different time periods trying to find Mike and Sully. Wake up, sheeple.
I wish podcast people listening to this could just see my face right now, because I'm just looking at the ceiling. I'm just, what am I doing with my life?
This
Yep.
This is the be-all, end-all of theories.
Crazy.
Oh my lord. So yeah, that's the Pixar theory, guys. I bet you
Sorry I'm
understood
wasting so
that.
much time, but these sheep will need to wake up.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Well, what's the point of really anything after hearing that? So, of anything in life. Yeah.
Oh,
My
no.
last
Rethink
theory
everything.
is
Us and our dumb podcast.
yeah, exactly. Our dumb podcast. My last
Idiot.
theory is, and I'm not sure if I used this last time we did a fan theory episode. I found it in the notes.
Probably did.
I found it in the notes of our last episode.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm not sure if I used it or not. If I did,
Yeah.
everyone probably forgot because our podcasts are insanely forgettable. So you know what?
Aw.
I'm gonna use it again.
Gosh.
So
Throw it at us.
the theory is from Back to the Future. It's the theory that the flux capacitor prevents time paradoxes. So
I like
the
this.
idea is that in Back to the Future, the DeLorean time machine seems to break down at all the wrong moments. A lot.
Uh-huh.
But what if it's at all the right moments, right? So essentially the theory states
Yeah.
that's
that the
good.
flux capacitor breaks down of its own accord to avoid creating paradoxes. So,
Uh-huh.
let's see. When the car breaks down right before Marty goes back to 1985 at the end, he still hits the lightning at the exact right time, right? So, like, even though the car
capacitor knew what
stopped,
needed to happen.
he ended up hitting the lightning. So if it hadn't broken down, he would have been too early for it, and it wouldn't have worked. Then when he gets back to 1985, after hitting the lightning and traveling back, it breaks down again, and he has to walk to Twin Pines Mall instead of drive. And so this prevents his previous self, the one in the hazmat suit that's just about to go back in time, from seeing him and not going back to 1955, thus avoiding a paradox. So if the him from the him that hasn't gone back in time yet had seen him coming back from having been back in time in a large DeLorean, he would have been like, "What's that?" and maybe not, done it. So this prevents that paradox. Then the last one is that when Marty is driving into town in 1955, right after he's come out of the whole Twin Pines old man, whatever the guy's name
Where
is.
they shot at him, yeah.
Right. Right after he's come out from that, he's on the road in the DeLorean, and it breaks down, and he has to push it behind the billboard for, Lyon Estates, and he has to hide it, behind that, which prevents him from driving it through the town and showing off his futuristic 1985 car for all the
so
world
good.
to see.
Yeah.
That's so good. Wait,
So
this
yeah.
theory is amazing.
it is pretty
I like
good.
this theory.
I think
That's
it's
good.
fairly possible.
Have you heard the Doc Brown is suicidal
definitely.
theory?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's a pretty good theory.
Yeah. All right, Hitchcock. What's your last theory? Finish us off.
I
good
got
here.
one more, very brief.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very brief one. It's in the Winter Soldier, throughout the whole Winter Soldier movie, Black Widow is trying to get Captain America a date, right?
Yeah.
Nonstop. She does it at the very beginning when they're on the ship. She does it a few times in the middle,
All the worst
Yeah.
times.
and then at the very end.
Right.
And so basically the theory is that the reason she's doing this is because Nick Fury wants Cap to have kids so that his genetic material will be reproduced.
Right.
And then he can revamp the whole Super Soldier program,
Yes.
and it can go like it was supposed to. Cause,
Well, I guess it worked.
It's been done before in, Incredible Hulk. They tried to do
Yeah.
it and that kind of stuff.
Which
you know?
obviously
So-
Black Widow is a total double agent, so she would do that.
Totally.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
Nick Fury has definitely shown interest in stuff like this, like Hulk program. That wasn't him, but and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., he did this whole Tahiti stuff and all these different experiments on people
Yeah.
to try to replicate Super Soldier
Mhm.
serum. So, yeah, that totally makes sense to me.
Very nice.
There you go.
That
Very
makes complete total
interesting.
sense.
Really cool.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah. Very nice.
All right.
All right.
We've gone way over time here. May need to cut
Yeah.
some
Not
stuff.
really. I mean,
Who's
it's only
to
like
say?
an hour and 20 minutes. You guys have done way longer than this.
What? We usually do an hour. That's usually our.
No, yeah, I said one that was like 2 hours a few weeks ago.
You know what? I'm gonna prove you wrong.
Really?
I'm scrolling through my podcast app here.
Oh, really? Am I wrong?
Our
Am I
previous
wrong?
one was an hour. Before that, it was an hour and 3 minutes. Before that, it was an hour and 2 minutes. Before that, was
Okay.
58
Okay,
minutes.
I'm
Before that, it
wrong.
was an hour and 7 minutes. Before that, it was 50 minutes. Before that, it was an hour and 7 minutes. Before that, it was 52 minutes. Before that, it was 41 minutes. Before that, it was 1 hour and 15 minutes. Before that, it was 1 hour and 12 minutes.
There. Hour 15 minutes. It's like super close to this. Wait,
That was the.
my,
That happens to
call.
be the last one I did with you.
look at the call right now. Look at the call.
Yeah, ours is an
Hour
and
15
wow.
minutes. Boom.
All right. Let's do pick of the week real quick. We need
Pick of the
to
week,
go through
Hurry
this.
up, hurry up.
Let's wrap up the show.
Who's got pick of the week first?
Drew, go first.
I got nothing.
No,
Thank
Drew.
you.
Say something now.
Do it, Hitchcock.
I didn't. I literally did not watch one movie this week.
Oh,
Drew,
come on, you watched
speak.
The Rookie. You watched that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What? Yeah. That's like a classic, man.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Well, there.
Have you seen The
it's
Rookie?
No.
not. Yes, I have.
I think I have. Maybe
I have.
Yeah.
It's
Have
not
I?
a classic,
great.
Drew. It's not a classic.
I grew up with that movie, man.
I
love
did
that
too.
movie.
I don't like it.
I love that movie.
I'm not a baseball movie
Baseball
person,
movie.
so I
Houston,
don't know.
Of course, doesn't like
Yeah.
it. It's good though. Check out The Rookie.
My pick of the week is Daredevil season 1.
Yeah.
I freaking watched it this week, and it was freaking amazing.
Vincent D'Onofrio's
That it
performance is one of the best in TV history.
It is. It's Kilgrave is still my favorite Marvel villain. I think he's
No.
fantastic, and I
Fisk.
think I like Jessica Jones better than Daredevil. But
Fisk.
Fisk is a fantastic villain in Daredevil. He's simultaneously, you hate him and he's evil, but he's also really sympathetic and just kind of you feel sorry for him, and terrifying as well. So that's fantastic. They highlight Matt Murdock's senses and sound so well in this, and then they just capture the character really well. And I love the new suit at the end. I love all the fight sequences are fantastic. It's drawn out a little bit in some
The hallway
some bits.
fight in episode 2.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's really good. So there, that's Daredevil. It's pretty great.
What about you, Chance? What's your pick of the week?
My pick of the week would be The Accountant.
It would be.
If it wasn't sold out.
It would be
Yeah.
if it wasn't
So,
In
sold
the
out.
small Bavarian village of
In the small Bavarian village. No, I'm going to go with Beauty and the Beast because I've watched that movie a lot recently.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
animated Disney one. It's really good. Like,
Yeah.
it plays like a Broadway musical and not like a movie at all. I like that.
Oh heck yeah. It's pretty great.
Cool.
Well, there you go.
Cool stuff.
So this week we got a new Blockbusted logo. And
So cool.
I meant to
Really?
talk about that
Do
at
we
the first part of the episode, but I forgot. Yeah, our buddy
Yeah.
97 Lego Maniac, I was messaging several people and just asking, who knew.
Listen, whenever you need someone to draw, I don't draw.
Yeah. I'm not very good
Never
either.
ask me to draw.
None of us do.
Yeah. But so we've had the idea for a while that we wanted cartoon versions of ourselves on our album cover. Drew
Yeah.
sent me something that someone at school did of him, and that kind of
Yeah.
re-inspired me to figure this out. So I ended up 97 Lego Maniac did us an amazing favor. So
Yeah.
great.
So
And he
good.
did it for free.
Yeah, it
so
looks
I
really
am
beautiful.
so thankful to him. Don't go ask him for more favors. I'm not promoting that.
Hey, 97 Low.
Yeah, can you draw me now? You drawn Houston.
Yeah, draw.
But yeah, so he did, one of you and one of me, and now
Yeah.
we've got that for logos and for album covers and all kinds of stuff, and they look pretty
Yeah,
fantastic.
they look great.
So yeah,
Do indeed.
it's epic. It's epic.
Thanks to him, man. Wonderful job.
Now we just need
groovy.
some guest ones. We need one of Alex and one of Chance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
How like us in the background, like, hi. We're here too.
Yep.
So where can people find us? All three of us on social media.
Am I gonna go
Who
first?
goes first? You go first. I'll go
Yay,
first. I'm at
Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars.
Star Wars,
Nerd
Force
on
Awakens
Instagram and
reference.
Twitter.
You're at
Nerd_stream7
on Twitter and
on
Instagram.
and Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm at
Go check
Blockbusted
me
Pod. I'm at Blockbusted Pod on Twitter. and Instagram. You can go follow both of those. I'm also at Houston Productions 1 on Instagram, but our Blockbusted account posts more superhero-y stuff. So, yeah, but mainly I use Twitter. So go follow my Twitter at BlockbustedPod. And Chance...
Do it.
I'm at CWFMAN Movies on Twitter, and I'm CWFMAN Studios on YouTube.
Well, there you go.
Here we go.
There you go. Go check out his reviews and stuff. And go check out my video essays that are going up.
Like, by the time this is out, I might actually have my accountant review out. So
Oh, there you go.
That'd be good.
Well, it'll be out.
Tonight.
This
Very
episode
nice.
will be up in like an hour, so...
Okay, so like
Yeah,
tonight,
probably
if
not.
you're watching this like on the day of tonight, it will be out.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
Cool stuff.
Thanks for playing, Chance. Oh, wait.
Playing? What am I
Anderson.
playing? I'm not. Oh.
Yeah.
I'll
boy.
cut that out. I'll bleep it.
I'm gonna bleep everything.
I'll
Oh,
bleep the
no.
last name.
Chance. I think my last word. That sounds like the F word or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh god.
All right.
Well, it is
Thanks
an
for
F
playing
word, isn't
Chance
it?
Anderson. That's your real last name. And thanks for playing
Yeah.
Drew Hitchcock. We'll see you guys in the next episode.
Anytime,
What are we going to do next
anytime,
week, Hitchcock?
people.
Do we have any ideas?
Who knows?
Beans. Bye,
knows?
human beings.
Yeah. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.